Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, January 17th, and we are here answering financial questions from a variety of different types of folks. Maybe someone like you. Maybe you're listening. You are a little bit of a voyeur and you say, I could never call in. I could never be that person. You can be, because it's really easy. All you need to do is go to the website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and let us know if you would be willing to come on the air. It's really easy to do. And, if you're shy, you can change your name, you can change your location. I don't think we have the technology to change your voice like, like when they have like people who are snitches on 60 Minutes, they alter their voice. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but I don't know. Most people are not going to recognize your voice, okay? So just give us a holler. Let us know if we can help you out. And while you're on the website, don't forget to pre-order The Great Money Reset. That is my book. It is coming out. Oh my God, it's a week. In 1 week, it's coming out. If you pre-order the book, you will be invited to attend a free first ever live webinar with me and with Mark and with other people who are smart enough to pre-order the book. So check it out. It's right on the front door of the website, The Great Money Reset. We hope you help our effort to get on the New York Times bestseller list. Mark, remember when there were all those stories about people who buy tons of books? They would send people. It used to be that the list was compiled in a funny way, and you'd have to make sure that someone physically went into a bookstore to buy a book in the first week. And a couple of people that we have interviewed on on this show, or the predecessor of this show, went out and hired people to be in 10 different cities and buy books. Mark, I bet you can guess who that person. I'm thinking of one in particular. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Female?
Yes.
Think so, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we're not doing that. We're just asking you to pre-order the book. So anyway, let's see who's on with us today. It's Steve, who is in Arizona. Hello, Steve. Have you pre-ordered the book yet? That's going to be our question. Every single person we talk to.
I have not, but I will do that as soon as we hang up.
This is outrageous.
See you later, Steve. Bye.
Bye. Gotta go.
Sorry. I'll get on that. Man? I'm kind of mid-career. I'm in my 40s, and I'm lucky enough to work for, both my wife and I are both lucky enough to work for a government annuity or government pensions. And we both have about 10 to 12 years left until we can fully access those pensions. But there's been a change in the last year or so where with my employer, if I give them X amount of years, I will be able to tap my medical benefits until I hit Medicare.
How many years are they asking for?
20 years, and I'll have 20 exactly. And so I have this kind of nice dovetailing of both I mature to my full pension, my first pension level in 10 years, and then I also have my 20 years of working with them. So it's serendipitous.
Okay, wait a second. So at what age will you get both of those things?
About 55, so in about 10 years.
At 55. Okay, got it. So at 55, you'll be vested for your pension. What would that amount be at age 55?
At 55, it'd probably be just under $5,000 a month. Yeah, just about $5,000 a month. Actually, I can calculate the numbers.
That's okay. So $5,000 a month, and then from 55 to 65, you're covered. You and your wife have medical coverage.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we also get a premium benefit that would actually cover whatever my premium would be for that insurance as well.
Okay, fantastic. You said you're in your mid 40s. So you're both in your mid 40s?
My wife is 39.
Okay, so she's 39. What's her situation if she were to kind of keep going for her 20 years?
She needs 12 years to get to her first pension cap.
So she would be 51-ish. Is that what you said?
Roughly about that. Yep. And she wants to be out in 12 years. I'm still on the fence of whether or not. It all depends.
Her pension is how much at age 51?
About $4,000 a month.
Okay, so you're good. So you'll have $9,000 a month basically coming in.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can you live on that?
I believe we could. I kind of did a quick expense calculation, and I was looking at about $8,600 a month, and it's got a lot of extra fluff in there. I should note we have a daughter that is 8 years old.
As part of the government system, are you included or excluded from Social Security?
I pay Social Security taxes, so I believe I am included.
So when you are your full retirement age, 67-ish, do you know what your Social Security benefit will be?
So at my full, which would be 67, it'd be 2,800. My delayed to 70 would be 3,500.
Wow. And what about your wife?
I locked her out of the Social Security last night, but I did a quick estimate. I put in some wrong details. It's fine. But I did a quick estimate right before, and early for her is 1,700, full is 2,500, and delayed is 3,200.
So, but she wants to be out, done when she's 51.
And she has a whole side kind of career as a fitness instructor, and she would love to keep. I mean, that's her passion. She really loves doing that, and that's something she wants to pursue more, even as she gets older, as something that she would love to do on the side or as a second job. It's not like we're going to retire and not. And I want to start teaching as well. So we're both looking at second careers that will bring in some income, but not that we don't have to get up at 5:30 in the morning and drive 40 miles to work every day kind of situation.
Right. Understood. You mentioned, I'm going to get to your other assets, but since you mentioned your 8-year-old kid, do you have money saved for education?
529, we started about 5 years ago. It's the market's taken a little hit, but there's about 18,000 in there now. I put about 200 a month away for her. My wife works at a community college, so she would be able to actually take classes early and get credits out early. We have.
Look at you banging out your 8-year-old's college career by 20. Let's get her out of here. Let's go.
Well, it's, we have to kind of think a few steps ahead. So,
sure.
But that we have a game plan, obviously, and no plan survives first contact, but we want to just be sure we have all that kind of figured out.
That sounds great. So tell us about money you've saved. Do you guys use deferred compensation? Yep. Do you use the thrift savings plan?
I have a 457 with my work that I contribute to. I have an Roth IRA that I started years ago, but I only started contributing about age 30 to that. I have a brokerage account, and then I have a rollover IRA from an old job that just kind of sits there. Mm-hmm. And my wife has an IRA and a 403B. So in our deferred comp, we have about 60, I'm going to say $75,000 put away, and we're contributing roughly 350. I'm just going to combine us together. We're putting about 350 a month in there, and then the Roth. We're both now maxing out our Roths, and we have about 75,000 in our Roths as well.
So 75. And what's in the rollover? Did you make the rollover IRA part of our deferred comp total?
No, it's sitting in Vanguard. I rolled it over from Fidelity. It's just in a rollover IRA. I just running everything in Vanguard. It's about 13,000, and then in the brokerage account, which is inheritance from when my dad passed away 15 years ago, that's about 44,000. I don't really touch that money because I have to pay every time I touch it or move it. I have to pay a tax on it. I took some money out early to pay off debts and get moving in life, but I haven't touched it, and it's actually back to above to what it was. I mean, inflation being what it is, but
sure,
it is back above, and I'm actually planning on starting to put money in that because I see that account in the next 10 to 15 years is something that I can tap earlier because it'll be that easier money to tap that'll have a less of a tax impact on me.
You're in fantastic shape, obviously. Tell us a little bit about where you live in Arizona. Hot real estate market. Do you own a home there?
We do. We have about 265,000 on the mortgage left. It's I think you're going to shake your head. It's only a 20-year.
Okay.
It's that we refinanced early in the pandemic, so we were able to get in at 3.32, which I'm not the best, but comparatively.
Oh my God! Just stop complaining. Anyone who has less than 4% on your mortgage, just calm down. You didn't have to get the rock bottom. Okay, so you have a 3.2. How many years are left?
We're paying above it, but I think it's 2045 is when it pays out. I'll have to take a look.
Paying above it. You're making extra payments?
Extra payments, yes.
Stop
making extra payments? Okay.
Stop. We're going to build up that brokerage account, and that's what you're going to use. How much money are you putting in with extra payments?
About 200.
All right, forget that.
A month.
No, you're not doing that anymore. Okay. I just found $200 a month for you. How fabulous. So here's a question. What are you worried about?
I don't know. I guess I'm a constant worrier. I'm just.
This is Mark, by the way, this is how you can tell Steve's from the East Coast. He's a constant worrier living in the beautiful desert, and he can't relax and enjoy where he is. You sound like you're in fantastic shape. So All right, let me just top down analysis. Ready? You're in your mid 40s, your wife is 39. You guys are in amazing shape. Your pensions will basically cover your needs. It won't cover everything because pensions are taxable. When you are 55 and she is 51, here's what the only thing you're going to need to do if you're really looking about like what is it we should shoot for in our second careers is to make enough money to cover whatever like the gap is between your take home pay and your expenses. I mean, what do you guys earn together right now?
About 175.
Even if you say, okay, my expenses are 9 grand a month, we're going to have 9 grand a month of income, but that's going to be taxable, right? So we need to make sure that we have a net of $9,000 a month. So you need like another 3-4 grand a month. That's all you need between the two of you. Do you think you could commit to that? Can you give me 50 grand between the two of you from your age 55 or her age 51 to, for 10 years? Can you do that?
I think that's definitely doable. I mean,
Okay.
that's the goal is we love our side hustles. Well, I think more than we love our real jobs. So,
I mean, that's amazing. And I think so that would be the game plan. Now, in the interim, just in case, here's a couple of things to remember. The $200 a month you're putting down on the mortgage, stop doing that. Put it into the brokerage account. Absolutely. You guys, do you get any sort of matches? I don't think so on your 457 or her 403B. There's no match, is there?
I get a slight match that's a 0.5% of my yearly salary. So it's not much, but it's something.
Okay. Like you don't have to, it's more important to me that you're maxing out your Roths than your 457 or even your wife's 403B. I mean, just put in enough to get the match. You can put some money in it. Even if you wanted to pull back a little bit, I think you said you're putting 10 grand or $350 a month. You know what? If you could do $200 a month, take the other 150 plus the 200 you were paying down on the mortgage and you put 350 a month into your brokerage account, I think that's a great game plan. Because we want you to build up your liquid assets for that period of time in your 50s until you can claim Social Security. And again, I am not really worried. I think you guys, it sounds like you're going to keep making money and you're going to keep making money for a while, but we want you to build up that brokerage account so you have it. You're going to keep investing, sort of putting your head down and saying like, okay, this is good. We're doing what we should be doing. If you can wait, obviously to age 70, you're going to be really golden, so, for those 15 years, even if you said 5 or the first 5 or 10 we're making up the income between us, then the next group of years until we claim Social Security, we'll use our brokerage account and then we'll move forward. And then, or maybe we'll start pulling money out of our retirement accounts at that point because we'll be in lower tax brackets. We'll pull money out. We'll see. But I think that's kind of the game plan. Beef up your your general accessible liquid assets. Do you have an emergency reserve fund?
A little bit. We tapped into that when we did some house repairs over the last 2 years. So we're working on rebuilding that up now.
Okay. I mean, look, I would much prefer you have an ample emergency reserve, a big, like a nice, delicious brokerage account, with a couple $100,000 on it before you guys retire and begin your next phase. Now, do you think at your age 55, you're like, I'm out of here? Or do you think there'll be some transition?
Well, so like I said, my wife has 12 years and I can hit 10. I may stay as a mutual pact with her that I will also work for 12 more years to just kind of like we both go out at the same time. So I fully anticipate staying 2 more years, which would then bump the pension up a little bit because it's an age multiplier effect.
I mean, the kids, 529 is a little light. If mom can pop some moolah in there, that would be great. You guys can keep putting some money, that $200 a month, that's fine. Let's see where things stand. And are the side hustles creating any income right now for you?
A little bit for my wife. Mine it's about $6,000 a year extra.
Okay. Why don't you take your side hustle money and pop it into the 529 plan?
Okay, I can start doing that.
Just because once you get the emergency reserve built up. And do you guys have life insurance?
I have term life insurance right now for myself, not for my wife. We don't have whole or any kind of long-term care. And
why doesn't she have life insurance?
I haven't gotten to it yet. I should probably get on that. I know.
Yeah, let's get her. How much do you have?
About $300,000.
What happens to your pension if you were to die, does she get some spousal benefit?
So you can take a reduction. So there's a joint survivor. There's a 50%, 2/3, and 100%, and it basically would reduce me by a few $100s a month. We're probably planning on doing some combination of that joint survivor.
Okay, that
pension.
makes sense. Just because you're older and you're a man.
I totally understand.
And what about her pension? Do you have a survivor benefit on that?
We were in the same system, so we can make the same decisions at that time for sure.
If she can buy some cheap term life insurance, just literally for 10 years until the kid's set, I think that would be worthwhile. What else do you have for us? What do you need?
Well, so one of the things is one of our decisions is we actually want to leave Arizona when we retire, and we were looking at places like. You're going to probably shake your head. Vermont, and maybe even living cheaply abroad, at a time, because that's just something we've always wanted. That's a goal for us.
Okay, I mean, to do that when you're young is great. Can your wife be a personal trainer in let's pick a place, Mark. How about in Sicily? Could your wife be a personal trainer there?
We'll be okay. I have friends in Calabria, so we easily go over there.
Now you're talking our language. As long as you can. All right. So you sell. If you're going to do that, chances are you're going to have to sell your house. So kiss your beautiful mortgage goodbye. But that's okay. Yeah. So you have the money to do that. I mean, that's fine. Any of those big decisions, if you're willing to sell that asset, and you're willing to live on, generally your $9,000 a month of expenses, then fine. Again, we have like the pinky swear. You're going to work for those extra 2 years. You're going to put some extra money away. You're going to build up your liquidity. You're going to sell the house. Yeah, go do it.
Okay.
Go do it. Now, of course, last question. Estate planning?
We have a will, and we have a will already established. We did that years ago. We probably worth rechecking, but everything is passes on to my daughter. Okay. We set that up, and we have we have done the
healthcare proxy, power of attorney, all that
power of
nonsense.
Attorney stuff. Yeah.
Great. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So I think I am giving you the blessing. I'm very excited to hear about what happens next. Of course, anything that we can do to tap into your future living abroad perspective, careers that we can help you with, and then maybe benefit from. We're there for you, man. We're there for you. Okay.
Thank you so much. It's a real mitzvah. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And you know what? I think it's really fun. I like that you have this. And for everyone listening, this is the beauty of having a job that comes with a pension. People can poo-poo working in the municipal sector, in the government sector. But look at this. You can have an entirely different life later, like mid to later career because of the pension. It's really amazing. So if you are looking at different opportunities, maybe you've got a kid who's got a job offer, one place that has a pension, one place that doesn't, and you're looking at your upside, this is essentially part of your upside. So if you've got a question like Steve, if you're trying to make a transition, give us a holler. Just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Do let us know if you would be willing to come on the air. We'd love to have you. And don't forget, we like you to lift someone up today. It will make that person feel better. It will make you feel better. Our mantra comes straight from my book. Don't forget to pre-order the book. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.